right? The PBA is Asia's oldest professional league.
Yep.
But you can make the argument that it's no longer the destination it once was.
No. No.
Look at the draft.
Yeah.
Look at this
Yeah.
current draft. Yeah, you have
Right.
again, not knocking on anybody here. You're probably gonna get one Gomez Deliani going number one,
GBL.
and you have Jason Brickman, who's 33. He's 33 years old, going probably number two. Top.
And
three.
has played everywhere.
He's played everywhere. Division One ball as well, right?
Yeah.
But what's missing here? You're missing Kobe Paras. There's no Remy Martin in this list.
Right.
Renzo Bando's not here. Carl Tamayo's not there.
Right.
Kevin Kiambao is not here. Again, the PBA draft used to be something that you would watch out for every year as a fan. When I was there, right? Who's Pure Foods gonna pick? Who's gonna be the number one pick? Oh,
Right.
wow! This guy's coming, right? You expect the best college players, and you expect the best Filipino foreigners,
Right.
to be coming into the PBA draft every year. But that's not happening anymore, right? Ever since I think it was 2020 when it first started,
Right.
and I really think, I hope someone can confirm it, but I really think this is probably one of the reasons why Tab Baldwin was let go. It had a lot of friction with local Philippine basketball, is because Tab Baldwin in that team that beat Korea twice opened the doors for these kids to see the PBA as an option and not the only option.
Right.
Right?
An
Because
option.
30 Ravenna
Yeah.
went to Japan straight.
Right.
He was the first one. His brother followed him. You got
SJ,
Bobby Parks Jr.
Ray Parks.
going.
Yeah.
Ray Parks.
Uh,
Ray Parks going there. You had
SJ
you mentioned
Belangel.
SJ,
yeah.
right? SJ Belangel, he forfeited his last playing years in Ateneo. Big loss to the Ateneo program.
Oh yeah.
But
oh, yeah.
great for Philippine basketball. SJ's one of the bright young stars of Philippine basketball.
Right.
And he's getting a lot of good reps in Korea.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
Dwight Ramos,
Papa
Ateneo,
Dwight.
a big loss to Ateneo.
Yeah.
Papa Dwight, big
Yeah.
loss to Ateneo.
Yeah.
He could have been a great Ateneo
Oh
player.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But he went to Japan straight because he's just that good.
right.
Right? So, I think Tab Baldwin disrupting this talent pipeline is probably one of the reasons why he's on the outs right now, unfortunately.
Right.
Right? Tab Baldwin is probably one of the best coaches that's ever going to touch Philippine basketball.
But he kind of knew the reason why he probably did. He knew the potential of these players. That this is gonna be. If he sent them out, he knows that the ceiling of potential that these players is gonna rise. If they're again, it's not knocking on the PBA, but he knows that having it's a big loss for Ateneo, but for them personally, individually, the ceiling is gonna be higher for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna raise the ceiling and the floor
Yeah.
for everyone, right?
Exactly.
That's the point
Yeah.
of it.
Yep.
You want these players to experience this kind of play, because you cannot get good if you're just playing within your talent bracket.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not the way it works, right?
Right.
Iron sharpens iron,
Right.
and the only way for you to get better, and this is from a coaching and a talent perspective,
Right.
the only way for you to get better is to introduce new concepts and
Right.
and focus on your development. But that's not happening anymore with the PBA.
Right.
And I'm just gonna say this as a fan. I absolutely hate the fact that Tab Baldwin is even in danger of losing his job right now.
Yeah.
Right? And reports say that it's essentially he either wins a title at Ateneo this year
Or he's out.
or he loses his job, which is very, very, as a basketball fan, as an Ateneo fan, it absolutely pisses me off that that's even the case.
Yep.
If we're even discussing this, it really pisses me off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
All right? What Tab Baldwin has showed us as basketball fans is that we're actually good.
Yeah.
We just need the right
We just need the right
development.
Yeah.
We just need the right system,
Tools. Yeah.
and you can utilize these players in such a way
Yeah.
that makes everyone successful. That's
it's
what's
just
absolutely pissing me off about this whole
it's
situation
just
right here.
unfortunate because the what Tab even as an Atenean, both of us we came from Ateneo. Like the two coaches who brought us, who brought us to greatness as a program after
Are
so
not
many
Filipino.
and after
They're
so
not
many years, yeah,
Filipino.
yeah, exactly. After so many years of disappointment, Norman Black and Tab Baldwin, especially Coach Tab. Coach Tab is the architect of the only undefeated season in Final Four history. Like, and just because of what's happening now, you're gonna give him an ultimatum, like win a championship or or lose your job. That's just unfair. It's unfortunate. We're
Right?
not
Norman
giving
Black
him the
won.
respect that that's due him.
Coach Norman won 5 straight, right?
Yeah.
And as you said, Tab Baldwin, the only undefeated season
Yep.
in recent history.
Yeah.
Right? In recent
Final
history.
Four. In Final Four history. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's not something. It's not something that happens every day.
No. Yeah.
Those things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna compare Coach Norman and Coach Tab. I'm just gonna focus on.
No. So that's apples and
Coach
that's
Tab, yeah.
apples and oranges, bro.
Right?
They were
we
great.
don't want to do that.
They were
right?
great in their own way.
They were getting no way.
Yeah.
Love it. Right? But what I noticed with Tab Baldwin is that how he developed his teams
Right.
from scratch.
Yeah.
People forget that the first championship that Tab Baldwin won was against a LaSalle team that was absolutely stacked.
Mbala.
Right? Mbala.
Do they still have Jeron Teng? Or was he going
I don't remember the whole team.
year?
But Ben Mbala just by
Mbala's
himself.
Like, by himself, yeah.
By himself. A beast. Okay?
Yeah.
They beat that team. Right?
Yep.
They beat that team. That essentially cost Ben Mbala to leave.
Yeah.
Okay? And it cost LaSalle to rebuild, basically. That kind of team where, look, and again, not knocking on the players here. What roster did Tab Baldwin have? You had no superstars.
No superstars, yeah.
Okay? He developed these guys
Yeah.
to maximize their potential.
Yeah.
The Nieto brothers. You don't. I mean, unfortunately, I think Matt's still playing in the league. I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, Matt Nieto's still in the PBA.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Mike
Yeah.
Nieto's still in the PBA.
Yeah.
Matt Nieto, I don't think he's still in the league.
Uh-huh.
But Matt Nieto hit that 3 against Chinese Taipei. We talk about that. The beautiful after timeout play. I've never seen a lot of ATOs in Philippine basketball, right?
No. Yeah.
That was one of the was a beautiful play drawn up by Tab Baldwin.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that a lot,
Yeah.
right? And Matt Nieto had the balls to hit that shot.
And speaking of ATOs, what's the other? What was who drew up the other most memorable ATO in Ateneo Blue Eagles history?
Go for it.
Norman Black with Doug Kramer.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not. We're not saying that Filipino coaches suck.
No,
We're not saying that Filipino players suck. That's not the point here.
That's not the point.
The point is,
no.
the only way we get better as a basketball program is to actually introduce new concepts.
New concepts. It's not about it's not about hiring foreign coaches. It's about adapting new concepts. It's about adapting new ways to
Right?
Yeah.
Look what happened to how UP adjusted to it.
Right.
So Ateneo was dominating
Yeah.
with their recruitment and
Right.
with their coaching.
Right.
Look what happened. Right? LaSalle stepped up. UP stepped up their
stepped
games.
up. Yeah.
Right? Without Tab and Ateneo's dominance, those teams wouldn't have that same ceiling that they have now.
Yeah.
Right? That's how we get better as a program. PBA, VCAP, please listen.
Yeah.
We're just fans. We love the game.
Yep.
All we want is for everyone to succeed.
Right.
We need to be more open for new concepts.
Yep.
Whether it's hiring coaches that are not Filipino,
Yeah.
or removing the height limit for imports,
Right.
or maybe even restructuring the contracts, because the reason why some of these kids won't even want to be drafted by the PBA is because of how the contracts are structured.
All the
right?
regulations, yeah.
Look, if you're the rookie salary in the Philippines is about $4,000 US.
Right.
You can earn way more than that in Japan.
In Japan, Korea,
I think
yeah.
eight times more, 10 times more,
Mm-hmm.
and you can earn 2 or 3 times more than that in Korea.
Right.
You have the blue chip prospects going to those leagues.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to change, right?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. We
Right.
got to accept that fact.
Right.
The PBA needs to be adapting to that kind of exodus, not being a lot more
Exactly.
restrictive, right? Tying these kids down is not the answer. Making sure that they want to go to the PBA is the answer here. Don't
Seriously.
force them to do it.
Yeah.
What the PBA is doing right now, they're restricting the restrictive free agency rules, the bans for people not wanting to get drafted.
Right.
That's not the way to do it, guys.
No.
This is
no.
not the way.
No.
We gotta do better, because this PBA draft, the PBA has lost a lot of its spark, and it's
Right.
and it's very, very depressing as a basketball fan. Now, let's talk about the Philippine team for a bit.
Yeah.
So we already mentioned that they won gold in the Asian Games last time, which was again
Right.
history in the making right there.
Right.
But their recent run was a bit more disappointing, don't you think?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was very like the Asian Cup was just a major disappointment. Just looking at what was already achieved with the Asian Games 2023, and being able to to have that system in place, and then we have that we kind of took another. It's kind of like a one step forward, 2 steps back thing, because we had that yeah, what happened in the Asia Cup, like losing the Chinese Taipei and then New Zealand, so yeah, it's I guess I don't know, it's probably back to the drawing board for us right now, like what could be done to improve the quality of the play with our national team. So yeah, I don't know what's the next step with Gilas.
Well, I don't know what
Yeah.
the next step is, but
Yeah.
that's not going to happen. So, again, Tim Cohn is a very special coach.
Right.
Tim Cohn is one of the greatest coaches in Philippine basketball
Yes.
history. I believe he's the only coach that got the Grand Slam twice.
Yes.
Okay? So, again, going back to the PBA a little bit, the Grand Slam is when you win all
All
three
three.
tournaments in 1 year.
Right.
And it's only happened 3 times or 4?
So San Miguel,
San Miguel under Norman
Chris-
Black won it.
Crispa did it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, early on. San Miguel did it. Alaska, I think twice. I think that's it. Yeah, 4 times.
No, Alaska won it once, and then that's under Tim Cohn. And then
Right.
Tim Cohn went to Pure Foods.
Yeah,
He won with Pure Foods. So
Yep.
he won with so it's only been done 5 times, really.
5 times.
So,
Mhm.
what was there? So, Crispa did it twice. So, there's only...
Oh, they did it twice.
Yeah, Crispa did it twice with
Wow.
different coaches. So, there's only 4 coaches who actually won the Grand Slam. And only
Right.
Tim Cohn is the one that won it twice.
Uh-huh.
Right? And these are
Wow.
legendary coaches. Baby Dalupan,
Yeah.
Tommy Manotok. We mentioned Norman Black.
Right.
And then Tim Cohn won it once with Alaska.
Right.
And then another with they're called San Mig coffee mixers at the time,
Yeah.
but essentially Pure
That's pure
Foods.
food still, yeah.
So that was with Marcus Blakely and Denzel Bose.
And decibels,
So yeah, Marcus Blakely, shout out to Marcus Blakely, one of the last ones to win the Grand Slam.
yeah.
But look, Tim Cohn is an amazing coach. It's not a question, right?
Yep.
But internationally speaking, when we had that coaching change, the expectation was we're gonna stop relying on that import-heavy offense.
Right.
because it's a triangle, right? You
Right.
expect a lot more read and react,
Lot more
expect a lot of more
movement.
movement and whatnot.
Mm.
But as we have seen in the Asian Games, when they won the gold, right? And again, this is not knocking on them to win the gold.
Mm.
Um, they won it because of how good their imprint was,
Right.
right? Justin Brownlee was again playing out of his skull.
Right.
Okay, that's the reason why they won that gold was because of him. He
Mhm.
was just hitting impossible shots. And, again,
Yeah.
it's just insane how they beat China in that game.
Right.
Okay, because China again, they were kind of in a rebuild phase at the
They're
time,
in a
Okay.
rebuild. Yeah. Yeah.
right? And then they beat them. That's fine. I mean, that doesn't take anything away from the Philippine
Right.
team. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that without Justin Brownlee just being like that,
Yeah.
and they only won by one too, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing you mentioned. They only won by one, without just Brownlee just being absolutely
Yeah.
all-time performance, right? You're never gonna see that again. And that was the disappointing
Man.
part about the whole run right now with,
Right.
with the Timco.
Yeah.
He's done his best, right? He's implemented that system. He's implemented. The thing is, if you look at the composition of the team,
Mm-hmm.
it's essentially his PBA team,
His Ginebra team. Yeah.
right? It's essentially his
Right.
Inebra team with a
Yeah.
little bit of other people scattered around.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, again, Chapet Aguilar, Ateneo guy will always love the
Yep.
guy.
Yep.
Dude's 38. He's still in the national team
Yeah.
because he's an Inebra guy and he knows the system.
Yep.
We mentioned Jamie Malonzo, who's on the Ginebra team as well.
Yeah.
Didn't even play in that Asia Cup.
In the
a
Asia
lot.
Cup. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But why was he even there?
Yeah.
There's a lot more talent than the Ginebra team that he put out there, and that was
Right.
the most disappointing thing for me.
Right.
I kind of understand because they formed this team pretty late
Right.
because the PBA schedule was going on, and this is kind of where the conflict resides as well.
Exactly.
Most of these players that they're getting from Gilas in the pool that they have are mostly PBA players,
Yeah. Right.
and the PBA schedule, as they try to adjust it so hard, and major props to the PBA for doing it.
Yeah.
But the PBA needs, if they really want to form the best team possible, they really need to adjust their schedule to FIBA play because it's
Right.
this is not going to work. The thing that they're trying to do
Yeah.
is not going to work if their A team is essentially PBA players,
Right.
because these guys are really going to be tired. These guys are going to be forming a team probably a month before the tournament.
Right.
This is not the dream team, bro.
No. No.
These are not NBA players.
But even then-
cannot.
Even then, the dream, the dream team concept failed when teams figured that out. Now you can't build a team within 2 months of the Olympics or the World Cup.
Right? And,
Yeah.
they needed to send their absolute best players in order to win in that 2008.
Yeah.
Right? And even now, even in these Paris Olympics, they almost lost a couple of games. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Steph Curry pretty much bailed them out.
Yeah.
Right? Because the basketball has caught up to the U.S. They're still the best in the world, obviously.
Yep.
But everyone is starting to catch up, and they
Yep.
need to be able to prepare a little bit more.
Right.
So what's the excuse the Philippines for doing the same kind of concept, right? This is
Yeah.
the problem.
Mhm.
So the PBA needs to, if this Gilas team is going to be composed of PBA players, they need to be able to adjust the schedule for a proper team to be formed and for practices to be held and for all that to happen. Because if that's the case, then we're just going to have this disappointing result every time, regardless of
Exactly.
who you put in there.
Mhm.
Right? Because this is, again, the same PBA system. This is the same PBA coaching. And again, it's just gonna be the same result every time.
Yeah.
We've already seen the blueprint of how this Philippine
Right.
team has to be constructed,
Exactly.
right?
Yep.
What's the name of that Serbian guy? Raiko.
Toroman.
Raiko Toroman, right?
Yeah.
He laid the blueprint for that team,
He did. Yeah.
right? And then you have Tab Baldwin, who essentially solidified it,
Right.
and now he's on his way out. And that's some shit.
Yeah.
But look,
That's-
there's some
that's
good news coming,
unfortunate.
really.
Right.
So the next tournament that this team is going to be having is the Southeast Asian Games.
Oh, the Sea
which
Games.
So the Philippines has always dominated that, except for 1 year, I believe.
Yeah.
So here's the exciting part about this. So as long as you have a Philippine passport, you're eligible to play for the Philippines.
Mm.
So it doesn't have that same. FIBA has a very strict rule
Right.
wherein you have to get your passport before you turn 16 in order to
Right.
be part of the team. But the Sea Games, the Southeast Asian Games, doesn't have the same rule. As long as you have a Philippine passport, you can play. So that allows
Right.
essentially, Remy Martin has a Philippine
Yeah.
passport. We mentioned Kobe. Kobe Paras has a Philippine passport.
Right.
Everyone can play. QMB can play.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone they can essentially field an amazing team with Philippine players, and SJ Belangal has already expressed his interest in playing. A lot of
Yeah.
these guys have expressed their interest in
Right.
playing. Norman Black is going to be coaching the Sea Games team. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, what do you think will happen in that tournament?
Okay.
With that in mind.
So going back to the Southeast Asian Games, it's a tournament we've generally dominated, almost every single year except for one. When we lost to, I think, Indonesia, was it?
Indonesia.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know who's coaching that team?
Yeah.
You remember who was coaching that Indonesian team?
Mm-mm.
Raiko Toroman.
Oh, Toromo was coaching the Indonesian team.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Either he was coaching or he was the architect of the team.
Or the architect
But he
of
was
that-
involved. He was involved in that team.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so
Ain't that some shit? All right, go.
I mean, I have high hopes with with the Philippine team regaining that that gold medal in the Sea Games. So hopefully we can we can do that. But with this type of roster, and I've said Norman Black has expressed interest in coaching.
He's gonna be the coach. It's confirmed.
Oh,
he's
it's
gonna be
confirmed.
coaching it.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, I do have that, I do have that confidence, that optimism that hopefully we'll be able to see them dominate once again. Well, 2020. So I'm looking at the Sea Games stats. So it was 2021 when we lost to Indonesia, and then 2023 we got that gold medal back. So
Yep.
yeah,
Justin Brownlee was the reason for that.
right.
So in this team, they essentially can have both. So Justin Brownlee is a naturalized player. He has a Philippine passport.
Right.
Ange Kwame is another naturalized player.
Uh-huh.
He has a Philippine passport. They can essentially play those two guys in that team.
Right.
You're gonna have those two guys in there, and
Yep.
then you're gonna have some college players who can play. As you mentioned, Remy Martin is gonna want to play.
Right.
SJ Belangel wants to play. So there's gonna be a lot of talent that's
Right.
not PBA talent.
Yeah.
Who's probably gonna be in the team.
Right.
I think it's gonna be an interesting contrast to what. Essentially, this is gonna be the quote-unquote B team,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't really seem that way because
Right.
because of how we can structure it. But I'm curious as to what the difference is between how Coach Tim handles Gilas
Right.
and how Coach Norman will handle this.
Right.
Because as I said, those two are Norman Black and Tim Conner, two of the best coaches in Philippine basketball.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
We've already established that fact.
Mm-hmm.
So having them in there would at least be very good for the program. I expect them to win the gold. I expect
Yep.
them to dominate this tournament as they
Right.
always have.
Mm-hmm.
But again, what my concern with, as far as the Philippine basketball program is concerned, is the future of it. Really,
Yeah.
I don't think we can succeed with the same mindset anymore.
Oh yeah.
We really see that they had a golden chance to play in the Olympics if they just won another game in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Which they didn't do.
Yeah.
Whatever the reason was, it is what it is. But again, from a future perspective, I really think that this team has to plan for the long-term viability of the program. We cannot.
Right.
You've said it right. They've always taken one step forward, two steps back. And this FIBA Asia Cup tournament just showed that, really. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen next, because again, you have Tim Cohn coaching this team for at least 3 years already. Is Norman Black in line to take this now? Is that what this move is about? Right? I know that Coach Tim needs to rest and whatnot, but it kind of seems to me that Coach Norman is going to get groomed to take the program.
To take over, yeah.
And we have to also, again, this is purely rumor, but I read some stuff that if Coach Tab is indeed let go after the end of the UAP season,
right,
he's probably going to Indonesia or New Zealand. That's what the rumor is.
Right.
It's going to be a huge loss for the Philippines.
Oh yeah.
If that happens,
Yeah.
I really hope that they retain Coach Tab in some capacity. But I mean, from what we've seen, there's a lot of there's a lot of politics involved here. There's a lot of backdoor stuff that we're not privy to. But I really think it's going to be unfortunate if the Philippines lets Tab Alba go.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Whether it's Ateneo or whether it's Gilas, I think it's a huge loss.
Yeah.
With the way he's introduced this new mindset in Philippine basketball is just a great milestone.
Right.
But if they don't follow up on it, then we're just gonna be stuck in this loop forever, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Look, so we'll find out what's happening with the draft.
We'll see what
as you
happens,
mentioned, the PBA draft is happening.
Right.
I believe next week. Look, we love the PBA. We love Philippine basketball, and man, I think it's time to schedule that episode with your dad.
I know.
I think it's time to do that.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
It's gonna be good. I really want to pick your dad's brain, and we'll talk about that soon. But look, that's probably it for today.
Right.
And then we'll see you next time.
See you.
Appreciate
All
your
right.
time today.
Take care.
Cheers.
All right.